Hey folks, Vic here, and in this video I'm going to show you a live Forex scalp trade that we took today in our CC Forex scalping service, recorded in advance, not after the fact. You'll see how we had a very small initial pip risk, enabling us to make this a risk-free trade quite quickly, which is one of the nice things about scalping when you do it right. And then you're left with a very nice reward risk profit potential. Okay, again, I posted this trade in advance in our scalping service so that our members could take advantage of it. Hope you liked the video, and yeah, let me know in the comments below. Thanks. Hey everyone, this is a live trade that I'm going to hopefully show you here. It's on the New Zealand US dollar pair, and we are at a pretty darn good level of resistance on daily and weekly charts that come from a long ways back. This pair has been on a huge uptrend, so this is a counter trend trade. You need to be aware of that when you're taking trades like this, because you have to manage these trades very carefully when you're counter trends. So this is a scalping opportunity. This is the kind of trades that we teach in our scalping service. And what's happened is we've come up and we've hit this level of resistance on a daily chart. Actually, it hit it just about to the pip. Okay, and then we go down to our we start observing what's going on with our lower time frames. The the 4-hour chart. Here's that same level of resistance from the daily chart. We have this negative candle action like this, and we now go to our 15-minute chart. And we are going to sell this thing up here around the 71.68 level with only a 10 pip stop on this. Okay, so and if this gets going, we're going to have some pretty good profit potential on the way down. Again, it's counter trend, so you need to keep that in mind. But let's just see what happens with this, and I will be back. Okay, just an update. The trade just got filled, so we're now short. We have a 10 pip risk. Okay, excuse me. Okay, here's a little update on this trade. So what we have here now is a, let's just bring up the 15-minute chart. So we sold it up here at 71.68. We had just a 10 pip risk on it. And we've come down now. We're starting to test these lows on our entry time frame, but we're also up an amount equal to our initial risk. So this comes down to trade management now. So we have some specific ways to take profit along the way. And it varies from one person to the next, but we'll just keep this trade because it does have, it's a counter trend trade, so you can't expect it a huge move down at this point, but there could still be certainly a good enough drop to take out a decent profit. In any event, at this point, this no longer it cannot possibly be a losing trade the way that we manage our risk, manage our trade. Okay, so let's stand by and let's hope that we get a little bit further drop. We'll see what happens. Okay, let's update again here. So this is continuing to move down for us. So again, we sold it up here at 71.68 with a very small, only a 10 pip stop loss. This is now a 2-to-1 reward risk trade, which is pretty good because you got to remember this is a counter trend trade. Like, this thing is going straight up, and that's the thing with scalping. Like, we look to get into these things with very small pip risk, and then we can, because when you do that, you can not only get your risk out quite quickly because of our trade management, but the reward risks can be really good because you're trading with such small pit risk to begin with. So really good for smaller accounts, right? Like if you don't have a lot of money to put into trading, well, this is a great way to start. Okay, let's see if we can keep going. The ultimate target is about 40 pips of profit. That'd be a 4-to-1 reward risk unscaled, and so that would be pretty sweet for a counter trend trade. All right, let's stand by and see what happens. By the way, folks, before this goes any further, and I don't want to make this hindsight, we don't like hindsight, is you have to ask yourself the question, if you're in a strong uptrend and you have a 2-to-1 reward risk counter trend trade, would you take profit then, or would you still go for a bigger profit target on this? And because this trade management part of it is so big, it's everything in your trading. If you don't manage it properly, you're just not going to make it in trading. So be honest with yourself. Ask yourself, what would you do right now? Would you take profit, or would you go for a bigger profit target? Okay, let's just see what happens with it. Okay, folks, I'm going to cap off this recording. I've had it paused for quite a long time now. And you notice that we were up 2 to 1. I'll just bring up this 15-minute chart here. When we got filled up here, it came down with a 10 pip risk. We got up more than 2 to 1 at the London close, which is normally there's a reaction back into the range of the day at the London close. But we'll see what happens. And we did this by going short, right, on a pair that's in a very strong uptrend. Now that doesn't mean it can't go down further. It certainly can. We never know. But the point is, have a trade management plan whenever you take on a trade. It's just super, super important. That doesn't mean that you're always going to, get out at the best possible price. We just never know what price is going to do next, right? It just means that you're following your trade management plan, okay? And it would make sense that if you take a trade that is with the higher time frame trend, then maybe you could be more aggressive and expect a higher reward risk on these kinds of trades. So yeah, you can watch this one and see if we get further downside movement, or if it carries on to the upside from here. Thanks so much. So I hope that video was helpful. And hey, if this kind of trading is appealing to you, check it out. There's a link in the text below this video or in the email that you received, and you can get more information on the scalping service, or just even email me, no problem. If you like this video and you found it helpful, I'd really appreciate a thumbs up by hitting the like button, and be sure to subscribe to our channel. Make sure you click that little bell when you do, so that you'll be notified whenever we put out a new video. Thanks so much for watching. Take care.